Hello. Hi, everyone. This is Editing Brittany. Right now would be a good time to place a warning on today's episode. It includes discussion that some may find viscerally triggering. So you may or may not need to brace yourself or listen to this not in the morning or another part of the day. I don't know if that really makes a difference. And yes, there will still be laughs. So enjoy. Bye. Hello, and welcome to Me, My Friends, and I, the podcast where unlicensed adults give unsolicited advice with your host and new friend, Brittany.
So it doesn't fall on the lines and cause a big problems.
Burn
it could be
them all.
fire, it could be everything.
Burn them all.
So I was like, okay, cool. No, honey.
Burn them all.
Are you aware that trees creates oxygen? So do you want to burn all your oxygen, boo?
No, I don't want to burn it
Okay.
all.
Trees create oxygen.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's just I don't want to be up in here not being able to breathe half the time.
No, and it removes a lot of toxins in our atmosphere.
You're big on this toxin. You're on a toxins kick.
No, but it does. It does. Facts.
It's facts.
And certain plants do different things.
Sure.
So it's like, you know what? Bring it on. I'll do my best. And
Yeah.
it beautifies too. Beautification. Listen, a tree grows in Brooklyn is a real fucking thing.
I try to go with you on this.
That
but
concrete jungle was not fun.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to go on it with you, but every time I think about it, I just start seeing the pollen.
I know.
Just on the cars.
So you're gonna picnic on cement?
Yes.
Okay. No, you're
Fucking
not.
yeah.
No, you're not, boo-boo.
Yeah.
No, you're not, boo-boo.
Yeah. Things happen. People lose all their greenery, and boom,
No,
you're just there
no.
left with concrete.
Beautification.
Beautification and sufferation. That's what happens.
And medication. Take it.
Shut the. Whatever.
Take it.
All right, so we have begun. Everybody, I would just like to welcome Big Teets, aka TT, into his own. All of a sudden, watch. All of a sudden, she's gonna start acting shy and shit. But we already talked about this. This is not what we're doing today. That's not happening. We're just gonna act normal.
But I'm shy.
No, you're not. And you gotta stop saying that shit because it's not true. Anybody that's come across this woman knows that she is the farthest thing from shy. Don't believe.
I'm technology shy.
Okay, did you hear that? Did you hear the cackle? Did you hear the cackle? What kind of shy introvert would do that? None.
See, there it is. I am an introvert extrovert.
I don't want to come. I
am what they call a unicorn.
I don't want the labels. I don't want the labels. I'm over the fucking labels. But welcome to.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Oh God, you're turning it on. Just before this, I was saying. So I'm in New Jersey. I'm at TT's house, and I said, "Yeah, let's get started. Let's just do it," because we've been wanting to do this for a while, obviously. And I said, "Oh, let's get started," and she was like, "Oh, okay." Her butthole got tight, and all of a sudden, she's like trying to move shit around. She's like, "Should I change the lights? Should I go? Should I?" No, it's just do this.
Should I be myself?
And yeah, that's what she said. She was like, "Should I be myself?" And then she just continues to not be herself.
Okay.
Yeah, but just be yourself.
I promise you, I'm going to be myself. Mm-hmm. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And you're right, we have tried to do this, but many operations got in the mix. Mm-hmm. And I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling mentally strong, physically strong, hopeful. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is a good time to do something like this.
Yes, I think you have the energy for it. So, okay, so obviously we're in April now, mm-hmm. but I wanted to get you on in March primarily because the theme was gut renovation. So
yes.
I'm open to just doing a gut, like I'll just put it back in, but we could just do gut renovation now.
We so can do that, and it's so funny that you mentioned that because I know you got beef with me and my Instagrams.
Yes, yes, I have. Can you please tell us why?
Because she feels as if I am.
Sorry, can we please be honest?
Okay.
Do I feel?
Okay.
Do I feel?
I am on the gram and the YouTube reels a lot. But what I tell you is truthful, is that I gain a lot because of how I navigate it. I have structured Instagram and YouTube Reels to elevate me. This is not escapism. This is not numbness. This is, how many recipes have I called you and told you how I've made because I saw an Instagram recipe? And I fully execute. It's not just, oh, that looks delicious. No, it's an execution. It's a thought process. I see it, I like it, I've tried, I execute it, and I love it.
There's nothing wrong with what you're saying. It's just the exact thing that's what they want. They want to hook you. So
No. What they want is to hook you
so you're
to not do shit.
So you're not hooked.
So you don't do jack.
So the 4 hours that you spend a day on the Instagram.
No. I spend
because when I tell you
I spend time on Instagram.
Let me let the people know.
I'm telling you that they don't have me. And I'm telling you the reason why they don't have me is because what they want is to have you where you never execute any fucking thing.
Denial. Because when no. Let me tell people. Let me get it out.
You don't execute anything. That's what they want, and I execute. I get shit done. I follow up and follow through.
When I sit there and I get back to back 8 different messages from you, back to back, about what a cat did.
But guess what? You have a cat, don't you?
What the latest tax advice is.
You got taxes, don't you?
A good recipe.
You like to cook, don't you?
Okay, first of all.
I have curated your life, okay? I am sending you shit you're interested in. I have never sent you anything about a fucking dog.
I don't want it.
I don't send you anything about a duck. I send you shit you're interested in, which means I am literally thinking about you in all of you.
No, don't do this. This isn't like
That didn't work.
No, not at all. You're not you're not a life coach getting me through.
I could be.
Well, you could be.
But
you're not a
really
life coach
could be.
getting me through my days with Instagram posts.
But
half of that shit you send me is fucking wrong. It's a scam or it's misinformation. You be sending me shit about the latest tax news.
Fake news.
Did you know you could write off your daughter? What?
Well, yes, you can.
Look, see? Oh, you can write off. Oh, you see all those. You got those guys who are like, oh, I'm just gonna put you on some game right now.
Brittany,
blah blah blah. You can write off your car. No,
did I not just make flank steak from the flank steak recipe the other day?
Yes.
And that was what? Real. That wasn't fake news.
We're not going to do
this. Did I
this.
not make
We're not
shrimp taco?
We're not going to do this.
Was that not real?
We're not going to.
All right, let's move on to the gut.
Let's move on to the gut.
So the reason why I agree with you in terms of going to the gut. So I'm on the gram. Don't do it. I'm on the gram, and I was telling Corey, I was like, "Yo, Alan Alda. You may or may not know who that is. Alan Alda is this actor that was in MASH, the show MASH.
Okay. Was that when is that from?
MASH was from the 70s.
Yeah, I
80s.
was too young and supple to know that.
Okay. So Alan Alda, he was talking about the time that he had to have emergency surgery because his intestines were twisted. And so he.
What do you mean intestines?
They got wrapped around each other and something happened.
Already twisted?
It could go wrong, sister.
It
could go wrong. So, and as my example, so it got twisted up. They were entwined.
Yeah.
And he goes to the doctor. He takes an ambulance. Emergency surgery supposed to happen, and he told the doctor exactly what was happening to him. And the doctor was like, "How do you know that?" He's like, "Oh, I did tons of these on MASH." So as an actor, he learned so much about medical. Because the MASH is about medical. It's about doctors in the army.
Oh, I didn't.
Yes, so it's about doctors in the army, the nurses in the army, and all that. And I saw that, and I started thinking about myself, because my gut was my intestines. I can literally look at my intestines.
You can.
I have an ileostomy. I have a colostomy. I used to have a drain. Thank goodness that's gone.
Big ups to the drain being gone.
It's gone. But I'm looking at my fucking gut every day.
Yeah.
And I'm emptying a bag every few hours, hour, whatever. It depends on what I eat. I've not used my anus. Okay? I've not used my anus.
Yes, literally.
Facts.
You have not used it. You literally
So
cannot
I am
use
not
it.
operating as a quote unquote normal person.
Yeah.
And it is a disability. But did you know that even though it's a disability, Social Security does not considering me having an ostomy bag a disability?
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, because I can.
This one
because
thing
I can
that
fully function. So even though
That's
the
not
disability,
fair.
the ADA, the Association of Disability, whatever, even though they acknowledge that it is a disability because it's not a normal functioning of your body.
Yeah.
Social
And it
Security-
impedes on you living your life
Social
like
Security doesn't consider that.
that's wild. This country.
So fuck this.
This country.
Woo, yeah. So it's not. So gut has been. It's just been such a huge part of my day to day, as of from. Well, to be honest, I think I told you that this started
Years ago.
in 2021, I think, or 2020, something late 2020.
When did you first realize that something was a little off?
So I thought something was the first time I had the amount of pain that I was like, this is not normal anymore. Like, this is just not normal anymore. Was the end of 2020. I think it was November.
Okay.
And then January of 2021, I was like, yeah, this is really not normal. And I went to the hospital. They just told me I had a UTI. They put me on IVs. And then 4 hours later and $10,000 later, they sent me home.
I'm screaming. Wait, but did you feel better in that moment?
In the moment I did because I was dehydrated because all I kept doing was vomiting. So yeah, thank you for the IV. You've hydrated me for the 4 hours. But no, everything continued. And that's why I ended up getting, a, oh my God, why am I missing the word here?
What is it? Like, what is it? Like, describe it?
Colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. I got a colonoscopy. They said to me, we can't reach your colon. We're going to send you to get a 3D colonoscopy. Go to the 3D colonoscopy. Oh, we're having problems reaching your colon. We're going to use this thing where they put it up your butt and just manually press air up your ass, which I just found out that I could perforate your booty.
Stop the noise.
And so they did that, and all they found was, yeah, so you've got diverticulitis.
Wait, so you really did do some in-depth research?
I did
in
all my,
2020?
I did every
I
fucking
didn't
thing I'm
know
supposed
that.
to do.
I didn't know that.
I did my due diligence.
I would go back to
but
them.
it was C students.
Wait, can
Okay.
I pause you right now? So Tamara always comes with this shit about C students, and like, truly, no disrespect if you only graduated with C's.
I don't
but
want you
she's
operating on me.
She's convinced. A C student is a student who passed, and they got through, and they became your doctor, but they only got C's.
They were C students.
They were C students.
Because I learned that the surgeon and the doctors at the hospital where I was said to me, that's a red flag. When you're getting a colonoscopy and they can't reach your colon, it is a huge red flag. I can't believe that they sent you to get a 3D colonoscopy.
Dude, the American in me wants to just go to them and sue.
So I think I might because I need some cash.
Yeah, we got some cash
Because
money.
it doesn't make sense, and then so then I was like, then another doctor said to me, have you ever had an endoscopy? And I said, no. Oh, I'm so surprised you haven't had an endoscopy. Okay, thank you, B+. So I go and I get an endoscopy.
Yes.
And the endoscopy, she said, I have gastritis.
Yeah.
I later realized that, of course, I have gastritis. I'm vomiting all the time. I'm inflamed. I have esophagitis. So it's an inflammation of the esophagus. Yeah, I've been vomiting for fucking years. And I'm still sick. And I'm still like, it's just crazy. So then in November, last year, 2024, I'm sick. And I called you. I'm like, yo, this is bad.
It is bad.
I was like, this is wrong. Something is wrong. I started drinking my juices. You came over. You sent me a care kit. You sent me a care kit.
So look, this is what's interesting, y'all, is that like, so I was watching TT like progressively but get worse around just like eating and just like being able to keep food down, and just like it was completely destroying your relationship with food simply because of how you were feeling, and you thought you were doing everything you could. And this leads me to how everybody's trying to like biohack themselves, which I believe in certain ways. Like there are ways that we can treat ourselves that doctors, they're not really considering. I think there's like more of a homeopathic way of doing things that like it serves its purpose. It really does, as does an antibiotic, right? Like all things serve its purpose. But like you were doing all these things to improve your situation from like what you were reading online and doing your best. But someone actually mishandled your case from years ago, and that fucked you.
Yes.
Someone did that. So like again, the doctor that was supposed to know or be more interested. That's big ups to what's his name? What's the doctor?
Fadita, man.
Fadita.
Fadita was like, so remember, I called one doctor that had seen me in the past. She's a GI doctor. And she never spoke to me at all. Her assistant spoke to me.
Yep.
And the assistant relayed a message that, oh, yeah, that's just, that's from your gastritis and diverticulitis acting up, you know? And I kept calling back. And I'm like, nah, something's wrong. Finally, I was so frustrated. I think it was a Saturday or a Friday, late Friday, and I got the, what do you call those people? Their the after office hours.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can page the doctor. I said, page the doctor.
Yeah.
And the doctor that called me back was not the doctor lady that said I had that it was just gastritis. It was a male doctor. And I'm like, who the heck are you? And I described it. He says, that is not gastritis or diverticulitis. He says, come to me on Monday. I go to him on Monday, and he says, we have to check you in.
Yep.
He's like, you have to have an emergency surgery. I hear nothing going through your bowels. There's no movement. You are blocked. Then they give me they try to give me a colonoscopy. Couldn't complete the colonoscopy. Then they said, we have to perform surgery on you, give you a CAT scan, and in the CAT scan, it showed blockage.
Yeah.
And so I was in emergency surgery, and then I had a lot of complications with the surgery, because essentially they cut, like, just think of a line. And in the middle of the line, there's a blockage. So what do you do? A tunnel.
Yeah. Or pipe, whatever.
Pipe. What you want? What do you want to choose?
A fucking pipe.
Okay, a pipe. Think of it's a metal pipe or a plastic pipe. What pipe you want?
It's like one of those white ones, like that they have like
the
running
white
around
pipe.
in Jamaica.
Think of a pipe, and in the middle of the pipe is a whole bunch of stuff, so nothing can get through.
Yeah.
So they just cut the end of the pipe and cut the beginning of the pipe, cut away, and then merge it back together. So now we have clean pipes. I had complications because when you think about it, Brittany, I was sick from November 1st to November 27th.
Bro.
So the infection,
Yeah.
so my body couldn't, it was so bad that it couldn't adhere. So when they cut the pipes and put the pipes together, it couldn't seal. There was not enough power, not enough protein, not enough energy, not enough nothing to seal and heal.
Yeah.
So I got infection after infection, and they just opened me up again. And by opening me up, it is from like stem to stern, whatever, I think that's it. Stern, yes. It's like from right under my breastbone all the way to my pelvic region.
Yeah.
And they've cut me open a couple times. And then I remember Corey told me that I told him that I don't want any more surgeries. Like I was ready to die. I said, I'm done. I don't want any more. No more. And he mentioned to me, like, the look in your eye, he was like, you were serious. You were done. Yeah. And I was like, yo. But, just to go back to gut, to the whole conversation.
This is good. This is fully, you haven't been off topic since you started talking.
Yeah, but
because your gut told you to literally and figuratively.
Yes.
Your gut told you to go to the fucking doctor.
Something's wrong.
Not even go to the doctor. Like
something is wrong. It's not the usual.
And I'm just so glad that you kept pushing. I'm so glad that you just kept staying like persistent with them, because that's something that I've also learned from you in general is like, it's important to don't take no for an answer.
Oh, I don't take no for an answer, honey.
No. Don't take no for an
If
answer.
you are not in the position to say yes, I don't take a no from you.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just so glad that you stayed persistent, because when you were, I just remember the entire month preceding.
We did everything.
I remember. It's just like,
remember you told me to do exercises?
I was like, make sure you move.
Remember that shit?
Well, because I'm an unlicensed doctor, I'm gonna fucking tell you to stretch.
Yeah, like, do some exercises.
Yeah, I'm like, do some
okay.
fucking. I had you over here, right here on the living room
Yes.
floor, and you were like, Bree, you were just in pain, bro. You were.
And I was 7 months pregnant.
That was
or 8 months.
I mean, you were in pain all the time. Your energy was so low, rail thin.
I was not myself.
You were not yourself. I remember coming over that day and being like, Jesus Christ, I don't recognize you.
I was 113 pounds because when I went to Fadida, they weighed me. And he says, you're 113. I'm like,
and you're a little person.
No
Keep in mind, TT is.
No grown ass woman should
She's
do
about 4'11".
No, I am 5 feet flat. And that's on my records. On record.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Anyway. So yeah, I'm just glad that you pushed and pushed, because for that entire month prior, you were just like not yourself. And then.
But I'll have a good day. And then I'll think, I'm healing.
Yes, that's what.
Then I'll have a bad day. Then
when you think that the shit wasn't going through you at all? At all?
Dude, I remember I hadn't gone to the bathroom in like 10 days.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Okay, you can join in. Hi.
What was that? We're talking about something I need to go on?
No, we're just
she's
recording.
doing her podcast, so she's recording.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking about it. The conversation is the gut.
Yeah. Gut
so
renovation.
you were here for the gut. I mentioned your name so people don't know who you are, but
You're recording this in the dark.
yeah.
You know what? See, this is the kind of iteration.
Exactly.
This is the kind of iteration we did not need.
You
always try to come into
Baby,
things.
are you hungry? Is that it?
No.
Because there's salmon in the fridge.
Are we going to have a lover's lunch?
See, whenever
Oh
he
my
says
God.
lover's lunch, he's hungry.
You know what?
You see what I'm saying?
It's also the foot positioning.
You see that look?
It's
You
also
see
the
that look?
foot. It's also the hand. It's also
Do you
the.
see-
It's like,
Touch it.
what are you making him? What are you gonna
see
make us?
this? Us.
Yeah, what you making us? What you mean? I'm here, ain't I? Got a mouth,
She's in this.
right, Coach?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
a us.
I've got 4 chicken wings that's been marinating for 2 days.
What am I gonna do with 4 chicken wings?
And then I've got leftover salmon,
Okay.
but I've got more chicken wings that I can season and also make with French fries, waffle fries. I could do that. Well, you know you love wings. Girl, please.
Girl, please.
Exactly.
Sounds like you all equipped. That's good.
And then, do you want me
What did you just say, Corey?
What's it well equipped?
He said, "Sounds like she's well
Do
equipped."
you want me to do the same thing I did last night? Who are you again?
It's fine.
Except for the hungry man? Or
So going through the exam right now, and some of the questions, like 4 or 5 questions, are a continuation of the same thing. So, okay, this is the first part. What would you do? Blah blah blah. Come to the okay. So next step. What would this? Blah, blah, blah. Went through that. He goes. They're not adept at writing exam questions. Okay, so. He goes, now if you look through the question here, blah, 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 and it was a tough question. He goes, but if you go back one question, have a look what they did there, that actually informs on this question. No, this question is this question. Don't be fucking referring back to shit in other questions.
that's how I pass tests, honey. I refer to the other question.
No.
That's how I pass
No, but
tests.
there's nothing in there that says you should be, there should be
I was gonna
flow
say,
on.
they don't set you up.
There should be fucking individual questions and individual answers for what is in front of me there. If it's not there,
Okay.
it is unfair to say that you should have known something happened in a previous question to tell you what to do here.
Facts, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
Fuck
absolutely
you.
right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Because once that question's done,
You can't go back to
clean
see it.
fucking slate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in my mind, clean slate. Okay. Tell me what I need to know here.
Yeah.
Your accent gets so strong when
When
you're
he's angry, right?
When you're upset. Dude, I'm like, who is this
I'm
guy?
like, he's really about to put something on the body. Okay.
You want to pause while I make some
Wait.
food for you guys?
Well, I mean, can we do like 15 more minutes?
right.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, cut some pineapple. Have some sucrose, fructose, whatever. What?
Do you want pineapple tea, like how she makes it?
No, there's real pineapple you can slice up, and there's plum, and there's tangerines.
No. Do I want a cup full of insecticide?
First of all, you don't even wash your strawberries. Okay, so
I always
for
wash my
2
throat.
seconds,
Excuse
bruh.
me. I
For
do.
2 seconds, you don't soak it in some vinegar, take the pesticides off,
Vinegar.
and like
Why do you think vinegar works?
it is a cleaning agent.
Because Instagram told her. Instagram told her that
No,
vinegar works.
I grew up doing that shit. Why do you think lemon works? I see you soak and clean your shit in lemon or salt or
Right.
something, because it fucking works.
Yeah, because Instagram said it.
No,
Corey.
We've all been using vinegar before Instagram, people. So cut the crap.
Yeah, it was probably before my time.
Graduate of the University of Wikipedia, and Wiki says it, right?
Why don't you graduate from the University of Culinary and cook your own damn lunch?
Oh, damn.
Go for it, buddy.
Round.
Go for it, buddy. Yeah, go for it.
Don't fight. Don't fight. Don't do it.
You remember it, and then you'll still show up and ask for lunch,
No,
won't you?
don't fight.
10 years, what was I thinking?
Right, what were you
Baby.
thinking?
Right?
You sat at the wrong chair, boo boo. You sat at the wrong. You see, that's what happened when you take a sister's chair. 10 years of this.
So, Corey is Tamara's partner here. And their 10-year anniversary was 2 days ago?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday. 10.
And we never had a
Beautiful.
fight.
I will say, Corey has been
Champ.
just MVP.
MV fucking P.
Like the most MVP of the
Yeah,
MVPs.
oh my
Like
God.
a
yeah.
Hall of Fame of MVPs.
Yeah, screw Kobe.
You get to say that, especially not when the helicopter
when the
that
RIP,
fell.
okay.
No, the helicopter that fell out the sky the other day.
Which helicopter?
Girl, there was a helicopter that fell out the sky. It was some family from Spain. They were visiting and they were doing a helicopter tour of New Jersey or the Hudson. And people had video, all of this, and the helicopter just
Spun out of control kind of thing?
I don't know. It's hard to say. It looked as though it was already it didn't look like it was operating properly as it was falling. Honestly, it looked like there were no blades.
Oh my
It
God.
looked wacky, I'm not gonna lie. And then it obviously crashed into the water and
Wow.
no one survived.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, the Hudson has seen enough, okay?
Yeah.
The Hudson River has seen enough.
Yeah, we
Okay,
don't want...
with what's his name, Sully. Sully landed the plane.
I wonder if he could do it again.
Yeah, he could do it again.
You think he could do it
He
again?
can fucking do it again.
Do you know how hard that shit is?
I believe this guy can do it.
I'm not gonna lie.
He just seems like one of those guys that always stays. He said it. He's like, I did my textbook thing. This is training that we were given.
They were trained on how to land a plane on water.
So, ouch. They were trained to
bones.
respond. Oh, fuck you. They were trained to respond. And also, I think they do water landings. They have to be, because if you're going to fucking Australia, all you got is ocean, bitch. You better not land a plane in the water.
You know what?
And then you got the rafts and whatever else they've
Yeah,
got. So you have to be trained.
But it's not just that. It's it's the Hudson, which is, I mean, it's very busy. It's one of the busier waterways.
Do you want your body to be alive? Do you want your alive body to be in the Hudson, or just to crash on land? Because you might just end up with 4 feet. For a height.
You might listen. I don't even want I don't want the Hudson water. I don't want the Hudson River water to touch my skin, because I'm gonna end up with 2 other limbs.
Did I tell you
What?
when Steven decided to go swimming in the Hudson downriver? We're talking about Jersey swimming downriver. So all those freaking cruise ships just dumping their shit. We made him bathe in tomato juice. We made him do everything. This fool smelled so funky for days.
did?
It was disgusting.
No.
I'm surprised he didn't have 4 nutsack. Seriously. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, it was so beautiful. And I just wanted to swim. I'm not downstream in the Hudson River. You do that up all the way up in the Harlem, I'm talking Sawmill Parkway high.
Yeah, you gotta
there.
go even
that's
higher
where you
than
go.
that.
When
Bump
they
all
do
that.
when they do the triathlons,
Yeah.
or triathlons, and you have to swim, swimming, biking, and I think running.
Yeah.
I think that's a try. They do it upriver.
Yeah.
It was freaking you're emptying sewage down.
No, it
What
wouldn't
a
be me.
idiot.
It wouldn't be me. I can't. I think. I mean, changed, but I have always been a nervous flyer. And for a long
There's
time.
nothing to hold on.
What do you mean?
You have a right to be nervous. There's nothing to hold on out there.
Yeah,
If it's a
that's-
tornado, I can grab a tree. I could grab something. I can grab something.
This is not even comparable.
But there's nothing to
hold.
hold on. It's a disaster, and there's nothing to hold on to.
You're absolutely right. But I, for some reason, for a long time, was always like, I was always just happier to be going overseas or like flying somewhere where I knew we would have to be over a body of water simply
Why?
because, girl, at the time, for years, I was just like, oh, that's safer. It's safer to crash in water than it is safer to crash on land.
You know there's sharks there, right?
So I'm surprised you went to sharks because what I'm hearing, the news on the new cold, is that when you at a certain speed and height, it's like landing on
concrete.
Land. It's like landing on concrete.
Yeah.
So my whole theory for many years is just shot to hell because it doesn't matter. But still in my heart, I'm just like, yeah, I'm over water.
You know, that's why they don't want people to, like, let's say you see a creek. You're in Jamaica, you got the falls or whatever, and you've
Yeah.
got the pool of water down below. If you're at a certain height and you fall the wrong way, you break your back because it is like
I would like my
concrete.
back broken.
And you remember that case about the girl whose friend pushed her over the...
Oh my God, no.
So they were like cousins. And they were just all like hanging out.
Yeah.
And the friend was like, oh my God. And she's like, I don't want to go. And the friend pushed her, broke her back, she's paralyzed.
So I'm invested now. So what happened next? Was she her caretaker for the rest of her life?
The friend?
Yes.
No. She sued her. As she should.
Yeah.
But yeah, broke her back. And you hear those, because that's like they say, if you drop a penny from like a sky rise.
Yeah, you can kill
The
someone.
velocity,
Ooh, big words.
it's, girl,
spell that.
it's
Spell velocity.
velocity, velocity.
Why did you
But-
spell it so quickly?
But it is, oh my God, it's a scientific freaking equation. It's a scientific equation.
Pythagorean theorem.
No, it's a scientific
I saw some
equation that
triangle.
says like mass times speed times
A squared plus
something.
B squared equals C squared.
Exactly,
That's
but-
not at all what it is.
But it does not. I'm just saying, it's like if you drop something from a higher level,
Yeah.
even if it's a penny, the impact could be like a 300-pound brick. you're
I would
dropping.
hate that. I first told you this. So first of all, I don't want to go to jail. And the only reason I'm bringing this up, I don't want to go to jail.
I
just
saw
think-
locked up. I don't want that shit.
Okay, Tamara also watches like all these freaking like murder, kill. Just like all these shows where like the person dies or like someone get killed. And
Or
I'm not
Locked
gonna
Up
lie to you.
Abroad.
No.
You've never seen Locked Up Abroad?
No.
Girl, you realize how cushy.
Not cushy.
Cushy.
Not cushy.
Because it depends on which abroad you're in.
Which abroad would be the worst abroad?
Don't fucking get locked up in El Salvador.
I was going to say.
Don't do it.
I've actually heard the rumors.
Don't do it because, well, I mean, he got his country together. You know, the new president got his country together. He's like, our country is not getting any tourism dollars. We are just dying economically. And it's because of you MFs, you people who are gang members. So if I see a gang tattoo, if you've got history of this, he built one of the craziest prisons ever seen. Like these people, I don't even think they can lay down.
Shut up.
Yes, look it up. And so guess what? Crime rate, like I think over 70% down.
Wow.
Tourism, high.
That's, you know
Money
what?
coming in.
That's
and he's
huge.
like, but then some people are saying he's gone too far because
I don't.
It's
I-
almost.
I refuse.
Some people are saying,
I
I'm like-
refuse because when you say that, I was like, oh, where are the human rights activists? Where are the human rights activists? Because they'll be the first one. I'm not no shade, but like they'll be the first ones. Yeah, he killed a mother and her 2 kids and the entire family, but he has rights. At what point, if we are prepared to lock a human up like we would an animal, I can't remember where I was going to go with the rest of that. But we're prepared to, lock a human up like an animal, but then at the same time, we want to treat them differently when it comes to.
We want to be humane, right?
We want to be humane.
So
He's going too far.
American prisons, dude. You get food. That's number one. Some prisons you don't.
Damn.
You get food. You get nowadays. I think they get internet, possibly limited.
That's
Television.
scary.
Television. Obviously, phone calls, visits from families, healthcare. If you have cancer in prison, they treat your cancer in prison. Bitch, I can't afford to treat my cancer out here in these streets. Okay?
You gotta rob somebody. First of all, you gotta.
I gotta murder
understand-
somebody. Murk somebody, and then I go to prison, and then I get my fucking cancer treatment.
No, I mean yes.
But in which prison system is this? So in Japan, I think I told you about this. Japan, the society is so old. Most of the society have older people than younger people, and the older people, they're like, we can't take care of ourselves. We can't. So they commit crimes to go to prison because Japanese prison is so nice and cushy.
Girl.
And also, they said we interact with people here. When we're home alone, living alone, outside, we don't interact with people. We don't have a community. They're like, I have a community here in prison. So they commit crimes to go to prison in Japan.
I saw-
because it's a nice, cushy prison.
Well, yeah. Well, it's running fine.
But yeah, how do you freaking get treated? Like, they get health care. They've had heart surgeries.
Yes.
They've had, like, what the fuck?
But I saw a video.
Do you know how much money I owe my hospital? Shit, if I
not
was a
even-
prisoner, that shit will all be free.
It would all be free. I saw a video. Pretty much the guy. I don't know if it was real. Let's be clear, because I don't know what is real these days.
But let's say it was real.
Let's say it was real. The guy, he got bailed out of prison or bailed out of something. And so you know these influencers are going around and they're just like doing good deeds. So what he did was he went to go bail someone out or whatever. And I guess I don't know how long you're in bookings or whatever, but he bailed them out. And pretty much the guy didn't know who he was. The criminal, whatever, the guy who committed something or allegedly, whatever. He comes out and this influencer is like, hey man, I got you bailed out. Like and he was like, nice to meet you. And the guy was like, no man, why'd you do that? Upset that he was bailed out. But he's like, where am I gonna go? I'm homeless. I don't have nowhere to go. Are you gonna put me up somewhere? I got meals in there.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
They had a shelter. They have food, water, and entertainment. They have television. Or they're in a community of people that they can speak to.
Yep.
They're not alone. We're all in this together, right? And sometimes your good deeds are not good deeds.
Yeah.
But that's why there's the recidivism rate.
The what?
Recidivism rate. So
Where does that come from?
It's people who they committed a crime.
Okay.
They got released.
Oh, and they
come
go
right back.
Yeah, because they know what to do to go back.
It's high.
Yeah.
Because that's comfort.
Yeah.
There's a no-brainer that the electricity is going to be on.
Facts.
Water is going to be in my cell.
And running.
Food, even though it's nasty as ass, is
Is
going to
food.
be in my cell. Television, the community hall, and I got people to talk to, and we're all in the same situation, so we're not judging each
Sorry,
other.
but let's be real, because you are also, depending on which jail you're at or which prison you're at, you're fighting for your life.
Only if you're a child molester, boo.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I watched Locked Up, honey.
Okay, so yes, you know a little
Okay?
bit of what you're talking about.
And I
But
found,
no,
I found
if you're a
followed
former,
4 people that came out of prison and they talk about their prison life.
Yes, but if
and
you're
they're
a
like,
former-
if you were a child molester, you're dead.
yeah, but if you're so stupid, but
You're
if
dead.
you are
They
a
call them
former,
chomos. Dead.
you gotta stop. You act like you've been in jail before. Have you been to jail?
Hell no.
Yeah, look
Bitch,
at you. Look, see, look.
No fucking way. I could never. I don't take. Yeah, I don't like people telling me what to do. I hate it with a passion.
Yeah.
That's kind of why, I never was, in a relationship, because I always felt like it was just, you had to be beholden to someone.
That's sad because that's not relationships. That's not what a healthy relationship could look like.
I get it, but I don't like that kind of, no, thank you.
Yeah, so I interpret that a little differently, and I kind of
Don't tell
like
me what
it.
to do.
Yeah, you can tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to
But
do.
this,
I don't want
this is where I
prison.
find relief in it. Well, granted, I don't want to go to jail or prison. I don't want it, right? Because I want to have freedom and stuff.
Exactly.
But on the topic of somebody telling you
You
what to
can't
do.
sleep in prison.
Imagine.
You can't fucking sleep in.
Whack, whack, whack. Lights
I'm
up.
like-
Come on, Henry. Come on. And I'm like, nah, give me like 20 minutes. Hit snooze.
Dude, you know, that's what the hospital was like.
Yeah, what?
Oh my God, it was like being in prison a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't sleep. Every 5 minutes,
And
somebody's
they were like, juking
taking
you.
my blood,
Yeah.
taking this, waking me up. But I'm like, dude, all I want to do is sleep. When I was able to sleep was when I was able to heal.
Accurate. Accurate.
That's when I realized my strength was coming back. That's when I realized my mind was coming back. Once my mind got switched on, everything went super nice after that. And that's when I realized all the C students from the like, I'm just like, I gotta watch this one.
Yeah, no, you really
I've got
do.
to watch this one. This one is
Not for nothing.
Why are you putting that in the wrong tube? I'm like, bitch, what are you doing? Well, I didn't say that, you know. I said, no. I said, that's my TPN line. Nothing can go in my TPN line. You cannot mix my TPN line with the IV drip line, with the, you know, with the antibiotics line, or it's just for food.
Yeah.
It's just for food.
That's
And
so
it's
wild
so
to me.
important that they literally labeled it with a nice tape and a big Sharpie marker, TP fucking N.
Yeah, but obviously it wasn't big enough
And-
for the C
exactly.
student to see it and read it and
That's the
comprehend.
point. Let me tell you something. I know you think like I don't know what else to call incompetence, and I have a competence kink where competency turns me on,
Sure thing.
and incompetence, I don't care if you're pretty, if you're good to look at. When I see incompetence, I just automatically don't like you. I automatically don't like you. Any words that come out of your mouth, I don't trust. I'm just not there for it. Yeah, I'm just not there for it. But yeah, the hospital felt like a prison.
Yeah, and
It felt like a
naturally
prison.
it was. And it sucks
was.
because
All I saw was a window.
I was gonna say
From the window to the wall. That's all I saw.
We did make a song about this yesterday. From the window
To the wall. That's all I saw.
to the walls.
That's
Till
all
the
I
nurse
saw.
comes down those halls.
Dolls, exactly. Till the Jesus clock. Like,
Oh,
like,
God.
that was it. Like, you know, it was
No.
like left, right, left,
They
right.
were good to you, though.
No, they were
good
great,
to
but-
you, for the most part.
Oh my God, no, they were wonderful. I'm just saying that it really, I mean, you are in a prison, right? Your body, you can't, there's nothing more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not humbling. It's not. That's actually not the word. It comes to mind, but that's not the word.
Disheartening.
It's vulnerable.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There is nothing scarier than the vulnerability. I think, personally, this thought just came in my head. I think, personally, you are more vulnerable in a hospital than you are in a prison.
Go on.
Because I had beef with people. Like, there are people that I just thought were incompetent. These students that, you know, they'll be trying to, like, bathe me or wipe me down, and I have all these staples in my stomach, and they're just throwing me around like I'm a fucking rag doll.
Yeah.
And I am crying and screaming. And then the next time they come around, they'll say, don't make that much noise anymore again. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Are you going to make all that noise again? Are you going to make all that noise again? Yeah.
Honestly, if you don't want to be
And I
in,
can't
if you don't
I
want to be a
can't
nurse,
say you wretched cunt. I couldn't
you
say
can't.
it
Of course, you can't
because
say
she's
that.
going to put something in my IV.
Absolutamente.
So there's nothing more vulnerable. Prison, I
Yeah.
can fight.
Okay.
I could
Okay.
try.
Okay.
I'm physically able to.
Yeah.
But I am there. And I had these nightmares or what do they call it? Like, I don't fucking know what was real or what wasn't real anymore. Where the nurses, I thought they were poisoning me. They were trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And I realized that comes from like this distrust.
Of the medicals,
Because they were C students.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I didn't see the depths of that, obviously, because I wasn't there every single day.
Yeah.
Which also, Corey was there every single
day. Every single
Every
day.
single.
He missed one day because he was so sick. He was had a bad cold, and that was at the end, towards the end. But every day, even when I was 9 days, I was sedated and I was intubated. I was intubated twice. I was sedated twice. I had 4 surgeries in 3 weeks. I was down to probably 90 something pounds. Yeah, and I couldn't be me and stand up for myself because they had my life in their hands and they know it. They know it. And I had an experience where one of the nurses was angry with me because I was in so much pain. And I told her I'm in pain and I need to use the bathroom. Well, what do you want? You want to use the bathroom or you want some painkillers? What do you want? And she was like, where's your husband? Where's your husband? I said, he left. Well, why did he leave if you were in pain? And I'm just like, what would you do if you were at home right now and he wasn't there? I was like, well, hopefully I'll have a nurse to help me at home. So she left me alone and I still was in pain and another nurse came along and gave me morphine. And they didn't realize I had a morphine sensitivity, so I overdosed on the morphine.
Yeah.
And so Corey came. I called him right before. He told me, I don't know where you found the strength. Because let me tell you, I was felt like I was dying. And I called him and he said, all you said was, you gotta come get me, come get me, come get me, come get me. You gotta come. And he came back and he had just left because we thought I was gonna be released the next day.
Yeah.
And he comes back and he sees me and he said, your eyes were in the back of your head. You look like a fucking drug addict. And he's like, I went outside and I said, have you been in there? Oh yeah, we gave her something for the pain. She's fine. He's like, no. You come with me right now. Come look at her. And then they had to ring the alarm. Literally ring the alarm. And all the doctors came and found out she's not okay. She's about to die. And on top of
They give you a
overdose,
thingy shot, right?
a Narcan. So on top of the Narcan shot to stop the overdose, whatever, I would say stop the overdose, then they found out I had a massive infection. So literally, I went from the Narcan into the operating room. My surgeon had to be called from his house to come back to do the surgery. So everybody was prepped, anesthesia, everybody was prepped. It was such an emergency.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't think she was a C student. I think she was a wretched bitch.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think she was a C student. I think she was a wretched bitch.
Frankly, it shows
she was jealous that Corey was always there. And I know it sounds weird. Yo,
It doesn't sound weird.
Some people would think it sounds weird that, why, what are you talking about? I said, and I told Corey this. I said, she's jealous. And he's like, what are you talking about? He says, I think they got comfortable with me being there every single day.
Yeah, because Corey was like an honorary
Right,
nurse. He knew what he was doing. There were times where he would do things the nurses would do.
I get that part, but this woman was jealous.
Yeah.
She does not have someone like you
At all.
to show up at the hospital every single day to take care and do what needs to be done. And she was jelly. And I know she was jelly because all through the hospital, I can't tell you if I've met one person that didn't tell me what a good man I have. When I say the nurses, the doctors, male doctors are telling me that I have a good man. Male doctors. Female doctors are telling me I have a good man. Male nurses, female nurses are telling me I have a good man. Nonstop. Nonstop. And I was like,
Do you think he knows it?
he suffers well.
Do you think he knows it? Does he? Do you think he knows that he's as great as he is?
I believe that he's so humble that he doesn't want to know it. You know, where you don't want to. You just don't want to come off as if I know I'm a good catch. You don't want that. You know what I mean? But if he doesn't want to admit to himself, people have told him.
Yeah.
What a good guy he is. What a great guy he is.
When did you, when was the first time that you realized, oh, I've got a good thing, or I've got a good man?
When he stood up to my sisters for me. When he stood up to my sisters for me. When he refused to have them abuse me. When he was like, he says to me, I don't give a fuck if they don't like me. He was like, and I said, you know what? Someone once said, always be with someone who fights for you more than you fight for yourself. And that's what Corey does. Corey fights for me more than I fight for myself. That's what you need. And I just came across the term suffers well the other day on Instagram.
Fuck.
And it perfectly like it's a perfect way to say who Corey is. He suffers well, and suffering well means they're not just there for the good times. This is not just about being the good times. It's like you're wiping my butt,
Yeah.
and you're not complaining about it. You show up every day to the hospital. You're not complaining about it.
And also, like, your emotions were so dysregulated the
Oh my
entire
God, I was
time.
crazy because there's
Like-
there's something called like ICU psychosis. Like I was a fucking nut job, and I learned so much about hospital shit. But he suffers well. He never. And then there's this doctor. She told me, she says, "Do you know I've been working here like 40 years. I've seen so many couples just fall apart. Like the husband just doesn't show up, or the wife doesn't show up. That's when their relationship broke, was when the person was ill and they weren't up to the task of showing up."
I think what makes a good relationship is one time, and then part of it is time, and then also what happens, this is not revolutionary, but like time, but like it's the things that occur. Like you need to be with someone for a long time because issues will naturally arise, and it's about how well can you work together to overcome them. Because even like the COVID situation, like people were getting divorced. Like they realized that they didn't want to spend that much time with their significant other.
We got stronger.
And this made you guys stronger, partly because like I think what it did was it exposed you each for who you really are. You've always been a fighter, but like even more so, but a fighter who needed to learn how to be fought for.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
Come on now. A fighter that needs to be learned to be fought for.
You know
You
why?
you stumbled upon a fighter who wanted to fight for you.
Yes, and you know why? Because all my life I've been
Had to
fighting.
fight. I had to fight my daddy,
my dad, mom.
I just
You so to beat me. Sadly, that is the true story. It's all my life I had to fight. I have a tattoo right here on my arm that says warrior. And that's a purposeful thing. I am a warrior. I fought for every single thing all my life. No one fought for me. Not my mother, not father, not sister, nobody fought for me. I fought for a lot of fucking people. Physically, when I was a kid, I used to fight guys that were bothering my sisters. I used to punch their lights out. I've always fought for people. No one fought for me. Yeah. And so I'm just a warrior. And when you have that kind of fighting spirit, it's very difficult to be in a relationship because all you keep thinking is, I got it.
Oh, girl.
I got it.
Oh, girl.
I don't need you. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm like, you're taking too long. I got it. I got it. I can move this couch, and I can. Again,
I can move this bed, and I've done it
and
4 times.
I've done it. I said, when I met Corey, I'm like, do you understand that what I've done before I met you? Like, do you know?
But that's where you're making a huge point right now, and I think it's that way for me, and maybe even a lot of my friends, because like I think we attract women or just people who are they're self-reliant, right? Like they can do pretty much anything on their own, and they don't typically need a lot of help. And so like we've built up this persona, we've built this strength up in ourselves where we just do it ourselves. We just do it. Right. No, I don't need that help. But there is something to being able to recognize when someone wants to help you.
Yes.
Sit the fuck down.
And I learned that with Corey, and let me tell you something. There are many bottles I've had him open that I could have opened myself. Facts. Facts. Because you have to understand that a man needs to feel needed. And it is not my job to cut him down from being a man. It's not my job. That is not my job. If a man, it just is that's who they are. They want to feel needed. They want to be helpful. I'm like, if I just have to say, I'm like, Corey, garbage. Can I take the garbage out myself? Fuck yeah, I can. But that's where he's like, Tamara, why'd you take the garbage out? I'm gonna take the garbage out. That's what he wants to do. That's how he feels useful. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take that away from him.
Absolutely
now,
not.
if he spends too damn long, I'm taking the garbage out.
As that, absolutely. But I will add to what you're saying, and it's like, and I think you would agree, it's not just men. Like, granted, we're talking about a man right now.
No, it's not.
But I
just-
feel like oftentimes
it's independence, people.
it's independence.
People.
Well, not just independence, but people want to be able to provide for others. Also, like, they want to feel needed, just like you said. Like any
Yeah.
other woman wants to feel needed by whomever they're with.
Yeah.
Like it's
You wanna
it's
feel
a back
of
and-
use,
of
right?
use, and that they're even like there's one thing to like create a problem to like become the solution, but there's also like
Right.
people who walk
That's a
around.
psychotic motherfucker
Let's
right
go.
there.
Okay, you do have people like that.
Oh, I am aware.
You really do.
I am so aware. I think they have a term for them.
There's
I'll think of
definitely
it, but there's a term for them.
But then there's also people who walk around in service of others. You know, I am a recovering people pleaser. And I'm not gonna be like I'm not gonna say like I'm out here doing charity work every other day, but like I typically am trying my best to think of what I'm about to do and how it's going to affect the other person, how it affected the other person, or how it might affect the person. Like what was this? Yesterday, Allison is helping me bring the plants home, and we get into the elevator. I'm bringing her back down, and I need to stop on 3 for the laundry, and this girl was in there, and she had like a instrument on her back. Like as if she's about to go play somewhere. And I just think about how annoying it is when I need to get somewhere and this elevator turns local. And all I'm doing is going somewhere else in the building.
Yeah.
So I say to her, before I hit the button, I said, hey, are you running late for anything right now? And she was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I hit my 3 to go to the laundry. And she was like, wow, that's very thoughtful. Thank you. Something as simple like that, that could have shaved off 3 minutes of her walking time, where she can catch a train and be wherever she needs to be on time. Granted, I made up a story for her. I really did in that moment.
Yeah.
That's fine. But like, if it means walking through the world kinder and like being in service of others,
I'll take it.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not tired, and I wouldn't have been bothered if I actually needed to do 2 stops to go to get laundry.
Yeah, like me, I'll fucking stand. I walk a lot, and even though pedestrians get the first right to move around, I think like a driver, where I'm like,
You go.
I'm like, go.
They're faster.
I'm like,
Just go.
just go. And then I'm looking at the left side of the lane, the right side of the lane, coming traffic, going traffic. And if I realize that even if I stand here, you're not going to be able to make that turn anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because of the traffic flow. So I'm going to go. But if I think, I'm like, go. You can make it. There's just 2 more cars. You can make it. It's, I'm thoughtful.
Yeah. You are. You are like the queen of all homemakers. Like you are the queen of like always being there for someone. What can you do? Like very flexible. I would describe you to be so flexible and like just always wanting to like just serve.
But that, my dear, was my fall. That was my fall.
That was a trip. Can we call it a trip? Well, no, you fell. You fucking fell. Yeah, that was your
my
fault.
fault. Yeah.
That was your fault.
My fault, because relatives, when they know how flexible you are, how kind you are, how thoughtful you are, dude, it becomes automatic for them to just take.
That is the dynamic that you set up.
And
That everybody is subscribing to.
But you know what? Just like I set it up, I could dismantle this shit.
Go off.
Okay, I will dismantle it, and don't come to me and tell me therapy isn't working for me because it doesn't serve you. I will still continue to be kind. I will still continue to be thoughtful. But once I realize that you are using me, abusing me, I'm out.
As you should be.
And it took a long time for me to learn that. I think that the time it took. It didn't take a long time for me to learn it. It took a long time for me to execute it with family.
I think also accept it.
With family. Because strangers or people, friends, I can do it with. I can put the boundaries. I can do that. But to see in the fucking mire of family, it's very difficult. But then you start like listening to their words and paying attention. And you're like, dude, you're using me. I can't believe it. I am shocked. I'm shook.
And it shooketh.
I am shook that you're using me like I am just any stranger. Typically, you use strangers. You don't use family.
And that's what you think.
That's what you think.
That's what you think.
That's what you think.
Anybody can get God. Okay.
I got God, girl.
You got God. You got God.
Forget gone girl. I'm got girl.
She's got girl. She's got girl. And she's got girl. We're going on time, so
Okay,
I'm thinking we're gonna
perfect.
wrap up. But the way when we close this out is you good?
Huh? Oh, girl, this right leg.
Oh, the right leg, the bones. I wouldn't know. I'm spread. I'm like I'm spun up like a pretzel at the
These
moment.
agent, dude. I see. It's so funny. I never thought. There's a comedian. He said, they said, you know you're old when your body parts become an article, right? It's not my back, it's the back. It's not my knees hurt, it's the knee hurt.
You know the knee don't
It's not
do,
exactly.
You know the back is
and
different.
That's what I'm
when
like.
it
I'm like,
rains,
oh,
right?
I just said it. I'm like, oh, the leg. It's the leg. Like it's like my body isn't mine anymore.
No, it's not. No.
It's not mine anymore. It's like, oh, the tailbone, the leg.
No, now you're being dramatic.
No, because I've been sitting on my tailbone for too long. Remember, that's why I bought those things.
You got to shift.
Dude,
What?
speaking of,
Tailbone? What?
how long did you know for every day you spend in the hospital, it's a week?
What do you mean?
So,
I mean, it's
a
a
week
week
to
recovery?
heal.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what you see.
So my therapist did the math, and it's going to take me over a year to be completely healed. And I haven't had the 2 other surgeries yet. Because I was in the hospital for 2 fucking months.
I'm not good
2
at
months.
math, but I'm sure I believe you.
2 months. She did the math. She was like, okay, you're there for, I think 26th of November to the 26th of January, 27th of January. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be over a year before I feel any sense of normalcy. But it's going to be more than that because I'm going to be in surgery again, be in the hospital for another 5 days. Then I'm in surgery.
Yeah, but that's
2 years from now is when I'm going to feel like myself.
okay, fine. That's the gentle estimation. That's like the licensed estimation, right? But like we're also you're not a normal asshole.
I'm not, dude. This body was meant for like just. Oh my word!
Truly.
I
We
like.
know
I
this.
heal fast.
We know this.
Once a C student is not near me. Okay.
Leave the C.
Once they're not near me,
rights
I'm
for
good.
C students. We need rights for C students.
Once they're not near me, I'm good to go.
You're doing okay work.
I'm just like, they're pushing Lipton tea on me. I'm like, oh,
Nah.
I'm like, why are you people giving me? Why are you giving me orange juice? Why are you giving me
Acidic.
fizzy? What do you call it?
Carbonation.
Carbonated drinks. Why are you giving me milk? Why are you giving? I'm just
Tell
like,
me you want me to
everything
fail
you
without
people
telling
are-
me you
tell
want
me,
me.
Thank you.
Yeah, tell me you want you to fail. If you tell me.
Oh, she's not gaining weight. No fucking kidding.
You giving me fucking.
And I'm like, I said, can Corey just go and get me stuff that I need?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're not sure. Then, okay, let's put you on Insure. Now they're sure about Insure, right? Let's put you on Insure. Okay, good. You put me on the Insure. It worked a little bit because it had some protein. And then I was on the real Insure, the lactose-based or whatever. Then things started happening. I'm like, I get it. This is what you guys should have been giving me from the start.
Yeah.
How on earth do you think a 90-something pound woman is going to gain weight on Schweppes? But then, to their credit, though, I was on the TPN. But my point is, the TPN is the food. But my point is, I have a gut problem. Carbonated drinks is not good for your
No,
gut.
I've said it. Absolutely.
Orange juice is not good for my gut.
Yeah, it's
Black
interesting
tea
how-
is not good for my gut.
How did that knowledge
What
not
are
trickle
you
down?
doing?
I don't understand it.
So at the end, when I started feeling better, then I started being myself because I know I could fight now. Before, I couldn't fight. And I was like, oh, I can fight now. And I told them, don't bring me any of that on my tray. I don't want any of that nonsense. I would like some herbal tea. So they bring me the orange spice garbage, but I'm like,
Better
it's
than-
Orange Spice garbage.
Yeah.
And so I had Corey bring me mint tea from home, bring me chamomile tea from home, and I said, get me this broth. Just give me this broth or that. And I said, okay, I don't want that. And so I started like tailoring my food for me because I knew everything they were doing was just stupid.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the room. Never. No one ever is. But I just know my body, I know myself, and I just did not understand why. And then that leads you to capitalism, which is a fucking whole other conversation.
Oh, we're not about to go there.
We're not.
coming
We're
up on
never.
time.
We're not right
But
now.
Let's get back to the theme because I want to roll it off. We're gonna.
Right.
This
so
is not
my gut was telling me I had some C students. My gut was it was chopped up. My gut is hanging out right now, and I trust my gut that something was wrong. I just knew. That's how it started. I just knew something was wrong. It just wasn't normal, and you don't want to seem like an alarmist. And I don't know if this is a woman thing. I truly don't know. Where you just don't want to where you don't want to come off as
hysterical.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you. Because then you end up being the mad woman in the attic. You know? Or the body in the basement. One or the other.
up or down. You choose.
One up or down, you choose. One, you're alive in that attic. The other, you're dead, buried in the basement.
So as we come to a close,
Yes.
okay. As we wrap up, what is one piece of advice or lesson that you've learned throughout this conversation, or just through your last year, whatever it needs? It doesn't need to be amazing. It doesn't have to be like so like thought provoking. But like, what's your takeaway?
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Find a partner who suffers well.
Say it again. Tell us.
Find a partner who suffers well.
Okay. I'll take it.
I think in your young people speak, it's ride or die.
See, and so honestly, like that's I'm gonna pin that. I'm gonna pin the whole ride or die concept for a different conversation, because I will stand on my little soapbox, and that's a hill I'll die on, that I am not going to be your ride or die.
Right? No.
A bitch ain't gonna be out here
some people
dying
take
for you.
it too far.
Yeah, it's
where
fine.
they literally kill people
Stop.
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the stick-to-itiveness of someone. You know, where they truly like. Dude, Corey told me, he's like, I'm in this house alone, and I'm wondering, is she ever coming back? I slept on your side of the bed.
Oh, come on.
Like, that is what I'm talking about. That. Find a partner who suffers well.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
I think I'll add. I think one thing that I learned about from your situation is it's alongside with the partnering, but how important it is to keep good people around you that will advocate for you. Because I remember coming in there, and you should be like, no, honey, don't come, when it's like snowing outside and all the like sleet and shit. But no, I'm gonna be there, and I'm coming down the halls, and I'm seeing people who don't look like they're visited much.
I saw
And
that
it was
too.
painful to see, because I'm like, one, if you don't have someone in here, the people and these nurses, they're not going to, somehow they just don't think you're cared about, so they don't have to care about. And it was the saddest thing, but like, I think it's important to have the right people around you.
You're so right.
Because
Because
I can
I
advocate for you.
truly believe that they took good care of me because they knew Corey was going to fucking...
Riot. And he did.
And he did.
And did.
Oh, he
there were
did.
several times where he was like,
Oh, yeah.
Not in
today.
my world. Not today,
Not
not
today.
in my world, not in her world, nobody's world.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, is your husband coming? Is your husband?" I'm like,
Shaking in the boots.
"Yeah, it's almost 9:00. He's gonna be here soon, you know."
They knew him by name.
Yeah.
They should have given him some scrubs.
I think they should have just given him a fucking badge to just tap in and tap out. Like, why are you checking in with security? You live here.
Exactly. Like, they don't even look up. They just know it's him coming in. Just come on in.
But you know that people, when somebody knows somebody cares about you to that degree, they don't fuck with you because they know they're gonna have to fight that person.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people prey on people who have no one. They're alone in this world. They are vulnerable. Once you have somebody who cares about you and fight harder for you than you fight for yourself, nobody fucks with you.
Thank you for your time, TT.
Thank you for having me.
I love you.
I love you too. You know that.